And these are the famous Gyanis. What is this Gyana? First of all, let's look at what is the goal of a person who accepts jnana. We just understood what is karma. Karma means one who accepts Vedic authority, participates in the Varnashrama scheme. But what about this person? Who is a jnani? A jnani is a part, he's a member of Varnashrama Dharma, first of all. But he belongs to a special subset. He is not merely interested in acquiring pious credits with which he can enjoy further. He is interested in liberation because he's frustrated with these three. So this is not his sadhya anymore. His sadhya, his goal is moksha. He wants freedom from birth, death, old age, disease. He wants to get out of the cycle of birth and death. He wants freedom from material bondage. So he accepts whatever dharma is favorable for moksha, whatever artha is favorable for dharma and moksha. He accepts whatever kama is favorable for artha and dharma and moksha. So this becomes his goal. And what is his means to that? Well, his means is he takes up the activity called jnana, and he accepts whatever element of karma that is favorable to jnana. Now, this is for some reason this has been thoroughly misconceived in different parts of the society, including our movement. So, what is this jnana? This jnana is accepting philosophical speculation. One accepts Vedic authority, but one tries to understand the meaning of the Vedas. But it is followed by a certain discipline. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Bhagavad Gita 13.8 to 12 describe the discipline of jnana. Amanitvam adambhitvam ahimsa kshantirarjavam acharyo pasanam shaucham स्थैर्यमात्म विनिग्रह इंद्रियार्थेषु वैराग्यम अनहंकार एव च जन्म मृत्यु जरा व्याधि दुःख दोषानुदर्शनम असक्तिरनभिष्वंगः पुत्रद्दार गृहादिषु नित्यं च समचित्तत्वम् इष्टानिष्टोपपत्तिषु मयीचानन्य योगेन भक्तिरव्यभिचारिणी विविक्तदेश सेवित्वं मरतिर्जन संसदि अध्यात्म ज्ञान नित्यत्वं तत्त्वज्ञानार्थदर्शनम् एतज्ज्ञानमिति प्रोक्तम् अज्ञानं यद्दतोऽन्यथा. So when we are talking of jnana, we are specifically talking about 19 elements within this set of 20 elements. This contains 20 elements, and within these 20 elements, you will find devotional service to Krishna as one of the elements. Okay. We'll later, just as when we looked at the common duties of a member of Varnashrama Dharma, we noticed that there are 30 features, out of which 21 are common ethical duties and 9 are specific, 9 forms of devotional service to Krishna. Similarly, out of these 20 items of jnana, this is basically divided into 19 plus 1, and the 1 being constant and unalloyed devotion to Krishna. So if we set aside that for the sake of theoretical analysis, the remaining 19 constitute what is called jnana: humility, pridelessness, non-violence, tolerance, simplicity, approaching a bona fide spiritual master, cleanliness, steadiness, self-control, renunciation of the objects of sense gratification, absence of false ego, the perception of the evil of birth, death, old age, and disease, detachment, freedom from entanglement with children, wife, home, and the rest, even-mindedness amid pleasant and unpleasant events, aspiring to live in a solitary place, detachment from the general mass of people, accepting the importance of self-realization, and philosophical search for the absolute truth. All these I declare to be knowledge, and besides this, whatever there may be is ignorance. So this is what is called jnana. Anything outside of this is not jnana. Um, this philosophical search for the absolute truth indicates acceptance of Vedic authority. One has to accept Vedic authority. One cannot understand the absolute truth outside of the Veda. So jnana means to study the Veda with astikya. I had mentioned this earlier. Astikya. Astikya. Astikya means to accept the Vedas as being axiomatically true. This is not the same as accepting the Veda as true. This is accepting the Veda as being axiomatically true. I have spoken about this in detail. Those who are more interested in this is an essential Brahmanical virtue. This is an essential part of jnana. This is also an essential part of bhakti, as we will learn. Um, this is also an essential part of karma, actually. This is a duty. This is any member of Vedic culture has to accept the Veda like this. But it becomes more important for jnanis and it becomes even more important for bhaktas. Um, if anyone is interested, they can go to our website. They can go to our website, BO Academy, uh, and they can, in fact, um, they can go to our, where is it? Let me just show you. If you go to resources, oh, the internet's connected. I'll show you in a minute. That reference to how to accept the Vedas. Now that is very, very critical because you have to learn to accept Vedic authority fully. You cannot just go to an academic institution and just hope to understand it somehow. That is not how you understand Vedic authority. Vedic authority means you have to accept it as true, beyond argument. So these people, they are interested in liberation and any part of dharma artha kama that is in line with this. Anything which is not in line with this, they will not accept it as part of their pursuit. Now let me look out for a person who is interested in jnana. Here is person number 30. He is not engaged in any of the two types of sinful activities. He is not interested in kama. He is not interested in artha. Um, with favorable karma, he is not interested in acquiring pious credits, nor in acquiring artha that is in line with dharma and karma that is in line with dharma, with artha and dharma. But he is interested in liberation. He is interested in liberation. He is interested in religious principles taught in the Vedas, with which he can attain moksha. He wants that type of jnanonmukhi sukriti is technically called. He wants that type of sukriti which gives rise to, which is favorable to this jnana. He wants artha, which is favorable to moksha and dharma. He can accept kama, which is in line with moksha and dharma and artha. So the idea is that this person is engaging in jnana and karma that is in line with jnana, but he's not engaging in any other activity. But if you look at, for instance, look at this person. Let me show you another combination of person. There are various types of people with various combination of activities. Okay, here person number 10. Person number 10. And now this is, let me see if I can. Okay, here person 26. So this person, he engages sometimes in karma and sometimes in jnana. So he's engaging in both at different times. He likes both. Sometimes he wants this, sometimes he wants this. And so therefore sometimes he does this and sometimes he does this. This is your person 26. But he avoids simple activity of both types, and he avoids plain sense enjoyment and even wealthy sense enjoyment. He avoids both. Okay, now let's come to this last category. Now a person may simply desire Krishna's happiness. He will only accept liberation if Krishna wants. If Krishna doesn't want, he doesn't want liberation. Dharma when it's favorable, artha when it's favorable, kama when it's favorable. And what activity does he do? He engages in the activity of bhakti. Bhakti refers to a set of activity. It is not merely some overpowering emotion. It's referring to a certain set of activity. Prabhupada makes this point in the Nectar of Devotion, which is Prabhupada's summary of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Bhakti has been defined, and Prabhupada has referred to Bhakti as devotional service. And he says this devotional service is a sort of cultivation. It is not simply inaction for people who like to be inactive or devote their time to silent meditation. There are many different methods for people who want this, but cultivation of Krishna consciousness is different. See, this is activity. The particular word used by Srila Rupa Goswami in this connection is anushilana, or cultivation, by following the predecessor teachers, acharyas. As soon as we say cultivation, we must refer to activity. Without activity, consciousness alone cannot help us. All activities must be divided into two classes. One class may be for achieving a certain goal, and the other may be for avoiding some unfavorable circumstance. So the idea is that those who are cultivating spiritual life and executing devotion service are always engaged in activity. So there are two types of activities. Activities where you do something, activities where you avoid something. So bhakti includes all of that. And the activity of bhakti will naturally have as its accessory elements of jnana which are favorable for bhakti, and elements of karma that are favorable both for jnana and bhakti. So it is not karma in its entirety that is here. In fact, karma in its entirety is not here too. Only karma that's favorable for jnana is here. Karma that is unfavorable for jnana is only here. It is not here. Similarly, the karma that is here is only that portion of karma that is favorable to jnana and bhakti. Even karma that is favorable for jnana, some activities may be favorable for jnana but may not be favorable for bhakti. So they are here but they are not here. Similarly, all forms of jnana are not in bhakti. Those elements of jnana which are favorable for bhakti are here. In other words, anything which contradicts bhakti, even if it is from Vedic scriptures under the jnana or karma category, are not accepted in the set of activities called bhakti. And one desires Krishna's happiness. Preeti means happiness. One desires Krishna's happiness. Anything else, moksha, dharma, artha, kama, when it is in line with Krishna Preeti, Krishna's happiness, he is willing to accept it, not otherwise. So this clarifies what exactly a bhakta does and what his desires are. And then, for instance, here is a bhakta. Yes, a bhakta. Look at this person, 31. Actually, this is the most exalted person. His only desire is this. He engages in this and he desires this. He has no other desire. He does not engage in any other activity, as you can clearly see. He does not engage in any other activity, nor does he have any of these desires. He does not engage in this activity or have this desire. He does not engage in this activity or have this desire. He does not engage in this activity or have this desire. This is, of course, a pure devotee. Now, as you might have noticed, you have people of varying combinations. Look at this. Here is a person, person 1. He has all of these desires and he is engaged in all of these activities. One should not consider this person to be a great devotee because he is contaminated not only by jnana but also by karma and even by anyabhilashita, sinful activities. And here is a person, person 2. This person is engaged in anyabhilashita, karma and jnana but not in bhakti. And he has these desires, but he does not have a desire to make Krishna happy. Look at this combination, person 3. This person, he's engaged in sinful activities. He's engaged in both types of sinful activities, ordinary sinful activities and extraordinary sinful activities, wealthy, opulent sinful activities. And on top of it, this person is engaged in pious activities also, karma. He wants pious credits too, but he rejects jnana. He doesn't want moksha, he claims, but he wants bhakti and he wants Krishna's pleasure, he says. But he is engaged in all these. This is a very strange combination. Anything which is a strange combination are not highlighted here.